Two top leaders of the Sinaloa cartel were arrested by U.S. authorities on Thursday. They will face charges for their roles in leading the group's drug enterprise. Sinaloa cartel co-founder El Mayo and Joaquin Guzman Lopez, who is the son of El Chapo, were arrested in El Paso, Texas, according to Attorney General Merrick Garland. Both men face multiple charges in the U.S. for the cartel's criminal operations, including its fentanyl manufacturing and trafficking networks. El Mayo and Guzman Lopez are just two on a growing list of cartel leaders and associates who the Justice Department is holding accountable in the U.S. El Mayo made his initial appearance this morning in El Paso Federal Court before Judge Ann Burton. He was ordered detained pending an arraignment hearing set for July 31st. He has been on the run from U.S. and Mexican authorities for years. He faces multiple federal indictments for his alleged role in the cartel. His fellow co-founder El Chapo was extradited to the U.S. in 2017, convicted in 2019, and will spend the rest of his life in prison. El Mayo and Guzman have allegedly overseen the trafficking of tens of thousands of pounds of coke, meth, and fentanyl into the U.S. FBI Director Christopher Wray said these arrests are examples of the FBI's commitment to dismantle organizations like the Sinaloa cartel. The men were arrested in an operation that ended on U.S. territory. El Mayo thought he was headed to inspect the Mexican airfield, of which the cartel has many of in the country. Instead, a senior-ranking member of the cartel tricked him and flew him to El Paso instead. Upon landing, agents from the HSI and FBI arrested El Mayo and Guzman. HSI officials said the operation was planned for months. These arrests of El Mayo and Guzman strikes at the jugular of the cartel that is responsible for the majority of the drugs killing Americans from coast to coast. El Mayo is one of the DEA's most wanted fugitives, is now in custody, and will soon face justice in a U.S. court of law. The DEA stated it will continue to seek justice for any American life lost and work tirelessly to prevent more needless deaths and pursue those responsible. The Mexican government has asked the U.S. for pictures of the two men to confirm the arrest information. The U.S. government had offered $15 million reward for information leading to the arrest and or conviction of El Mayo. And El Mayo has pled not guilty. So, that's the story that's been going on as of Thursday and today. One thing that jumped out to me about this story was that top-ranking official who tricked El Mayo, making him think they were going to go and check out an airfield where they could probably move more drugs here and there. The guy who made him believe that's where he was going and then drove him to El Paso, I'm pretty sure that that guy is going to end up dead. I don't know if they're ever going to say that guy's name or if it'll ever get leaked, but I can guarantee, even if they don't, he's probably going to end up 6 feet under the ground. It's just not something that you play around with. And I'm not sticking up for the cartel at all. Don't get me wrong on that. They do need to pay for all the people that they've been killing, the things that they do. They're ruthless. They have no heart. I'm just saying, from knowing how violent they are and knowing that a guy betrayed them, that's probably one of the worst things you can do. Most of those videos that you used to see on YouTube back in the day or on the internet somewhere where they hack them to pieces and torture them, that was one of the main reasons why, because they betrayed them. I don't know why somebody would do that unless they were going to give him a different name, put him in protective custody, and move him here to the United States and not prosecute him for everything he's done. I really hope it wasn't for that $15 million reward that the FBI had out, because that's not enough money. I would never consider that enough money to tell on somebody from the cartel. No, thank you. Not only are they going to kill me, they're going to find my family and they're going to chop everyone to pieces. So, no, thank you. I'd rather just keep on living the way I'm living. But congratulations. The United States of America is one of the countries that are never going to give up until they get what they want. They wanted this guy, and they got him. And I knew it was just a matter of time before that happened. So that was pretty slick though. What do y'all think about that? Was that the best way to do it? They said they had been planning that for months. And for them, with all the connections and everything they have, for El Mayo not to find out that something was being plotted like that, it had to be like a big operation. As soon as they hit that landing strip, there was police everywhere. I don't know how this guy didn't see it and try to do something to that ranking official. Or maybe he played it off like, oh, I wonder what this is. I have no idea, but I don't know how he played off the fact that they were in the United States instead of a Mexican airfield. I don't think this really does much to the cartel. It doesn't change anything, basically. Once you arrest one guy, another guy takes his place. I think this is the second of El Chapo's sons that they've arrested. There's one more. El Mayo, the co-founder. They always think that they hit the jugular when they arrest one of these top guys, but there's always going to be somebody to take their place. And even if there's not, and somehow the Sinaloa cartel falls apart, which I doubt, another cartel is going to come up in their place from some of the members who just like living that lifestyle. They like the money, they like the violence. They just don't care. They don't want to live any other way. If they had a choice, I don't think they would care about the choice. They would pick what they're used to, and this is what they're used to. So I don't think it does anything to stop this cartel. But do I hope it does? Yeah, I really hope it does. There's a lot of kids nowadays dying from fentanyl overdose. A lot of people who are used to doing one drug go and buy it expecting just that drug, and they mix it with fentanyl or something else, and then they end up dying. They got billboards all over the place here where I live. 14 to 16-year-olds passing away. And it's just sad that for money, for however much that drug cost, that they would be okay taking somebody's life just to make a quick buck. You've been making millions and millions of dollars for decades. You're really gonna kill a child, or anybody for that matter, for a quick dollar? So he's gonna go to court. He pled not guilty. That's not gonna fly. I think that's exactly what Chapo thought he was gonna do. He's gonna get found guilty. They're not gonna arrest this guy the way that they did and bring all these charges against him if they didn't have some solid evidence. So he lived the lifestyle he did. He made the money he wanted to. You know, he lived it up. And now it's time for him to pay. He will go to prison. And my honest opinion, I wish we could offer these guys the death penalty. Maybe if we start taking some of them out left and right, then they would stop what they're doing. Then again, maybe not, because they have other cartels trying to take their life every day. I think something needs to be done, not only to protect Americans, but to protect the younger generation, that a whole nother country such as Mexico, they don't give a damn about us. They don't care about us. We got to give a damn about our own people here. We got to give a damn about taking care of our children, our newer generation. And this needs to somehow come to a stop, or come to a point where they don't even want to touch American soil anymore because they're afraid of what will happen. Are we close to that? I don't think so. Will we ever get there? I have no idea, but one can hope. So really hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to put this out while everything's in the mix. As I get updates, I'll make sure to come on here and give you all an update. And the one thing about my channel that everybody's always been able to count on is you're gonna get 100% facts. You're not gonna get some made up story. You're not gonna get lies put in there. So if you wanna know the truth 100%, you can bank on it. Come to my channel and look for updates. And until then, I hope you all enjoyed hearing that these guys got arrested and that more evil people are going where they belong. Once they get to that maximum security prison where El Chapo's at, that's a done deal. You ain't never coming out of there. No human interaction. You've hurt enough people, you don't need to be around any other people. So anyways, until the next video, I want to thank all of y'all for coming and watching. I have many other videos. I know a lot of people haven't seen them. I'm fairly new. Go ahead, go to my channel, check out some other stuff. I do videos like this. I also do videos about my prison experience. I want to thank each and every one of y'all who have subscribed, the ones who are thinking about subscribing, the ones who watch my videos, and the ones who show me love. Thank you very much. Y'all are the best. Y'all are real. Y'all are the GOAT. So until next time, stay tuned.